Tobin, I'm here with Manny, still with Manny, and we're going to continue to watch these protesters there in Chicago as this video comes into us. Again, they are chanting, "Rahm must go." This is after Rahm Emmanuel, the mayor of Chicago, issued an apology, said up on stage or on the podium just moments ago, "I'm sorry." And this is, of course, on the heels of him holding on to this videotape, Manny, for months and months, over a year, until he was reelected. How rare is that for a mayor not to have a police department release evidence earlier in the process?
It is unheard of. It's unethical. It's illegal. It hampers the case, the evidence in the case. If he would have released that, there may have been other witnesses that may have helped with the case. It's just unbelievable that he did this for political reasons.
Now, what kind of role do you think he really played in all of this? Because that's still not entirely clear, although he is mayor of Chicago and thus bears the responsibility. But many people feel he deliberately held back on this video.
Well, whether he deliberately held back or not, clearly his superintendent, McCarthy, knew about it. And if he didn't know, he should have known, because ultimately he is the mayor and the police department is he's directly in charge of the police department. So I think now the people are responding because it's a little too late. Him saying, "I'm sorry,"
and again, you're seeing hundreds of
happening,
protesters there on the streets in Chicago saying Rahm must go. We don't have an estimate on the number of people, but just looking at that picture, and you can see there, the viewer can see a pretty wide shot there. People holding signs, people sitting down, peaceful there in their protest, but they're really saying that they've had it. Sure. They've had it with a system that doesn't actually bring forward the evidence as quickly as needed.
And also, we heard earlier this week from the Justice Department that they will be looking at use of force issues that the Chicago Police Department has. On top of that, we have a department that has major crime within the city, and it's unusual for a major city in the United States to have such a ridiculous violent crime rate on top of their violations of civil rights.
Yeah, no, a terrible, terrible crime situation there in Chicago. And of course, this has ramifications on the political front, both for Hillary Clinton and, of course, President Barack Obama. Let's not forget, Rahm Emmanuel was part of his administration. We're going to continue keeping you posted on the story there breaking in Chicago throughout the hour. Protesters demanding that Rahm Emmanuel must go. He just apologized, saying the words, "I am sorry," for his role in all of this, of course, and Chicago's inability to act better in this entire process. Meanwhile, we're going